Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Trovember, which is hosted by Kelly at collagelab.com. It is a month-long challenge where every day we add a prompt, an image, a response to a prompt on a single substrate, and at the end of 30 days we will have a collage. That's the introduction. Today is day 26, and it is add a shadow. And as with all things, I completely either overthink or totally underthink something. This one, we are totally overthinking. So I think, I'm hoping, somewhere in my bin here, well, I don't seem to. Well, there's your problem. So, right off the hop, I've got to go and get a thing. I'll be right back. Oh, dear. Okay, I'm back. So, I think I am properly supplied up now. Get some of this out of the way. So, what I was looking for was a black Posca pen. But I don't know if black, we could use a navy, we could use a brown, or we could use a dark red. So any one of those to create the shadow. And I realized that I don't use these colors because this is where they were at. Well, there we are. So, shadow. I want to shadow up a bit some of the letters, all of the letters. So, I don't know almost everything about art, in case you hadn't already figured that out. One of the things, however, an early teacher once taught me, and let's use this as a for example. If you're going to let shadows fall, you need to establish where the sun is going to be shining from. Let us call this our sun. So if the sun is shining from this way, then all of the stuff that is in three-dimensional will be light here and dark on that side. If the sun is over here, the converse is going to be true. It will be light on this side and dark on that side. So, step one, figure out where your sun's going to be, and I think I want my sun there. And sun doesn't have a perspective, even though we draw it like that. It actually is, the rays are long enough that they just look like that they are parallel-ish. Horseshoes and hand grenades. So I have some washi tape that is going to, well, we think, help us figure out the shadows. So our sun is here. Sort of like that. I don't think we have to do a lot of these. We just have to do enough of them to make sure that we have the angles right. And I had the idea, oops, a daisy. I had the idea when we first started these that I did do that with the black, but I think there is, it's been a lot of water under the bridge since I first put them down and where we're at now. Horseshoe and hand grenades. And this is what I would call scrap washi tape. There we are. Okay, and so we can just use it and go. I don't ever really use this thin stuff, though it's quite pretty. But there we are. Okay, so this doesn't have to stay. I don't need to worry about that. So let's do a color test. Because why? Everything worth doing is worth overdoing. So we've got brown, a lot too light. No, not bad. This goes with that. So I'm either going to, so let's try this. And then if this doesn't work out, then we'll go to the black. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. My nose is slightly running, so we will have to get that sorted. So, where do we want to start here? Where do we want to start? Let's start with this E. So, sun is going to be hitting that, it's going to be hitting that, it's going to be hitting that in the corner, hitting that in the corner. So, shadow number 1 should be there. Shadow number 2 should be here. And I can be bold about it, I guess. Oops, maybe not that, ooh. Now I'm getting on my arm. So we're getting down to the short strokes here of this make, and I'm kind of sad, maybe? I have found this process rewarding. Oh, that was easy. Okay, so that line is done. And then also coming in here, straight off is this R, this side of the R, nothing required. This side, for absolute sure. And this also had a bottom to it. Okay, so this was going this way. So there's a, yes, there is. There's a slight bit. It's here. And sort of fades out as you get close. So it's not an even, it's thin and then goes wide. Then this side is going to be chunky. I could even just move that down just a hair. There. Okay, I think I can get rid of that. I need to turn it on the angle. This may be helpful. Get rid of that. There we are. So this is all very dark. That's going to be light. And make that just a little bit smoother. There, okay. Let's go up here to the F. So the F is going to be the bottom, and the back. And the F is the letter, I think, that one of the letters that doesn't show up very well at all. Maybe I should put it. I was watching somebody on YouTube this morning, and she was opening black ink, and she was doing a very, very delicate job of the whole thing. And her subtitle was, "I don't want to get my fingers dirty." And while I respect that as a position, I fair faint hope for anyone trying to do that with black ink. That bold line really messes up the F. It's coming in that way. Might be able to get rid of a little bit. I could do all of that. And then I could do Dando about there. Maybe. Okay, all right, okay. Well, let's do the L. The L is super easy, I think. There was an awful lot of space happening in the L. Okay. Oh, and I did do this right. So the A. A. Now we're going to do the E. The E. Ah, burp, 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 burp. So E is going to look kind of like the F, I think. Okay. And then C. C is a tricky one. Maybe it's not. Had I drawn the C better, it would have, this would be easier. then okay, good enough. And then the S. So the S. So that, okay, yep. Let's go backwards then. Okay. Move the board this way. Now here. And that is going to be just a wee little line that goes into that as a larger deal. Then there. That's all. So there we are. We've added a shadow. And I can't see what I've done. I think you probably will have a better shot at seeing if that is better or worse in terms of being able to see self-care. But I'm okay that you have to spend some time figuring out what it says. I think that's all right. Anyways, I think that is it. We clearly have not done them the same width. That R is Mondo. Yeah, I think, oh. There. Just doing a final scan to see if there's any spots that I've missed. I don't think there is. Be super great if tomorrow she does highlights, because then I could do the other side of the letters, because I am right now so compelled to do that. Anyways, I think we're going to call this here. This has been day 27 of Trovember, and we have added a shadow. As always, thanks so much for joining me. I always appreciate your company. Bye for now.